What if I told you that some of the most valuable property in the world doesn't have a physical address, can't be touched, and exists entirely in the digital realm? We're talking about digital real estate. And no, this has nothing to do with selling houses or helping clients find their dream home. This is something far more exciting, far more accessible, and honestly, something that most people completely overlook when they think about building wealth online. Today, we're breaking down exactly what digital real estate assets are, why they matter more than ever, and how you can start building your own portfolio of online properties that generate real income, real authority, and real long-term value. Stick around because by the end of this, you're going to see the internet completely differently. So let's start with the big question. What actually is digital real estate? Think about it this way. When someone buys a piece of land in the physical world, they own that space. They can build on it, rent it out, sell it, or hold on to it while it appreciates in value. Digital real estate works on the exact same principle, but the asset lives online. It's a website, a domain name, a YouTube channel, a newsletter list, a mobile app, an online community, or any other digital platform or program that you own and control. These assets can generate traffic, build audiences, and more importantly, create income streams that work for you around the clock. And here's the thing that makes digital real estate so compelling right now. The barrier to entry has never been lower. You don't need hundreds of thousands of dollars to get started. You don't need a bank loan, and you don't need years of specialized education. What you need is a strategy, some consistency, and the willingness to play the long game. Let's talk about the different types of digital real estate that you can actually build. The first, and arguably the most foundational asset, is a website or blog. A well-built website is like owning a storefront on the busiest street in the world, except that street is Google, and billions of people walk down it every single day. When you build a website around a specific niche, create genuinely useful content, and optimize it properly for search engines, that site becomes an asset that attracts visitors passively over time. Those visitors can be monetized through advertising, affiliate marketing, digital product sales, sponsorships, and so much more. Some websites sell for 5, 10, or even 50 times their monthly revenue when owners decide to cash out. The second type of digital real estate that deserves serious attention is the email newsletter. Email is one of the most underrated digital assets in existence. Unlike social media followers, where an algorithm can decide tomorrow that your content reaches nobody, your email list is something you own outright. Nobody can take that from you. Every person on that list has raised their hand and said they want to hear from you. Newsletter businesses have exploded in recent years, with independent creators building audiences of tens of thousands and monetizing through sponsorships, premium subscriptions, and product recommendations. The value here is enormous and still massively underestimated by most people. Third, and this one is obvious but still worth examining deeply, is video content platforms like YouTube. A YouTube channel with a substantial library of evergreen content is one of the most powerful digital assets that you can build. Videos that you created 2 years ago can still bring in views, subscribers, and ad revenue today. The compounding nature of a content library means that every new video you publish adds to the overall value of the channel as an asset. Channels have been bought and sold for significant sums of money, and the ones that command the highest prices are those with consistent niches, loyal audiences, and multiple revenue streams attached. Now let's talk about something that has been taking off in a big way: online courses and educational platforms. If you have knowledge, a skill, or expertise in literally any area, packaging that into a structured learning experience is one of the smartest moves you can make. Platforms like your own hosted course site can give you direct access to students without paying a percentage to the marketplace. But even selling through established marketplaces builds your reputation and your digital footprint. The course itself, once created, is a digital asset that can sell repeatedly without requiring your time each time a new student enrolls. And that's the beauty of it. You do the work once and the asset keeps delivering. And then there are membership communities and subscription-based platforms. Instead of selling something once, you build a recurring model where members pay monthly or annually for access to exclusive content, tools, resources, or community. These platforms are incredibly valuable because they create predictable revenue, and a loyal community is worth its weight in gold when it comes time to launch new offerings, gather feedback, or build partnerships. Domain names are another fascinating category of digital real estate that most people never think about. Just like physical land, a prime domain name, one that's short, memorable, and highly relevant to a popular industry, can be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Domain investors buy undervalued or expiring domains, hold them, and either develop them into full websites or sell them to businesses that need the name. It's a specialized game, but it is a legitimate one. Mobile applications are also digital real estate. An app with a growing user base, strong retention metrics, and a clear monetization model is an asset that can be bought, sold, or scaled just like any other online property. If you have a technical background or can partner with a developer, building a niche utility app or tool can create a very durable income stream. Now here's where it gets really interesting. And this is the part that separates people who actually build wealth through digital real estate from those who dabble and give up. The real power comes from building a portfolio, not just a single asset. Think about how traditional real estate investors operate. They don't just buy one house and call it a day. They build a portfolio of properties that work together, create multiple income streams, and reduce risk. The same principle applies online. Imagine having a niche website that generates organic traffic from search engines, feeding visitors to an email newsletter that nurtures them over time, which then drives sales of an online course or membership community, while a YouTube channel amplifies everything and adds another layer of ad revenue and discovery. Each asset supports the others. Each one adds value to the entire portfolio. And when any one piece has a bad month, the others keep things stable. The key strategic insight here is integration. Your digital assets shouldn't exist in isolation. They should be interconnected, each one acting as a gateway or amplifier for the others. This is how people turn side projects into a serious business. Let's talk about the mindset shift required to actually succeed at building digital real estate. The biggest trap people fall into is thinking short term. They start a blog, post a few times, see no traffic, and then quit. They launch a newsletter, get 100 subscribers, and then decide it's not worth continuing. But digital real estate is exactly like physical real estate in one critical way. The value builds over time. Websites that have been consistently updated for 5 years are worth exponentially more than ones that are 6 months old. Email lists that have been nurtured and grown for 2 years convert at a higher rate and generate more loyalty. YouTube channels with 300 videos have a compounding advantage over channels with only 30. Patience and consistency are not just nice to have here, they are actual strategy. One more thing worth addressing is the difference between renting and owning in the digital space. When you build your entire online presence on someone else's platform, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or any other social network, you're essentially renting. You're building on land you don't own, and at any point, that platform can change the rules, reduce your reach, or in extreme cases, shut you down entirely. Your digital real estate strategy should always include at least 1 or 2 assets that you fully own and control. Your website, your domain, and your email list. Those are foundational. And social media is a tool to grow those owned assets, not a replacement for them. So where do you start? Pick one type of digital real estate that aligns with your skills, your interest, and your long-term goals. Commit to it seriously for at least 12 months before judging its results. And while you're building that first asset, start thinking about how a second or third could complement it. The internet isn't going anywhere. Digital platforms and the online economy are only growing. The people who take digital real estate seriously today are positioning themselves for massive advantages in the years ahead. The question is whether you're going to be one of them. Start building and start now. And remember, every major online business that you admire started exactly where you are right now, with nothing but an idea and a decision to begin.